Over the years, technology has really made its place within the classroom. We are going to take a few moments today to ask a few teachers what they plan on doing this semester with technology and how they think it can help their students learn.
I am going to use PowerPoints in my classroom. A PowerPoint is a great presentation tool, and you can present pretty much anything you want to with them. I plan to use them to show my learners what and how and give them examples on learning. I plan to have my students use PowerPoints as well with book reports and being able to present knowledge that they have learned to the class as a whole. I can use them to help organize lesson plans. I can use them for note-taking. I can easily re-edit them and present them to the class as a whole and not have to print out every single note and make them. But yeah, anyway, I plan to use PowerPoints. I believe that they are a great visual learning tool.
Technology integration will support my teaching methods in the language arts curriculum in many ways. A podcast is a form of audio broadcasting on the internet. Podcasts are very easy and helpful for teachers and students, and you can learn a lot from them, especially through technology. Technology integration will support my teaching methods in the language arts criteria in many different ways. Podcasting is a form of audio broadcasting on the internet. I chose to do podcasting because I feel this type of technology will help students and teachers collaborate together, and it is an easy and fun way to use technology in the classroom. Podcasts are also a great thing for auditory and visual learners, because that's what a podcast is in a nutshell. It's visual and audio in one. Podcasts can be used for students to express their feelings in videos. They can make video clips for a project, anything. Another great thing about podcasts is there's so many different kinds of podcasts that you can find on the internet that if you type anything in or any kind of topic you need, I'm sure you could find something. A lesson plan that I thought would fit the language arts criteria and tying podcasts into it would be Podcast Pals. I would do this by finding another class out of country that is still English-based but have different cultural experience than my students, so my students can broaden their minds on different parts of the world. I would then collaborate with the teacher and pair up my students with their students, and they could do different activities. They could send podcasts to one another about how their school day are, anything really. An activity I thought would be really interesting for the language arts criteria would be the children being paired up and picking a storybook, and they can talk about what the story was about, their favorite characters, what they learned from the book, anything to go along with the storybook, or they could even read to each other. I feel like podcasts are a great way to integrate technology into the classroom, and they will go very far with your class.
A blog is an online journal that the user can pretty much post anything they want on it. You can post anything from text to images to links to different websites or events and data. Blogs are a great way to communicate with your parents or students in the classroom. You could post field trip information, classroom guidelines, information about what's going on in your classroom, and the parents can look at it. You can also post lesson plans for your students if they're absent or sick. As for using blogs with language arts, the teacher could write or post writing prompts that the students could respond to. The students could read a book and then write a book review and post it on the blog, or they could write their own short stories and post them on the blogs. For younger students, you could post their artwork and share it with the rest of the class, or students could narrate a story, one of their own or a favorite story, and post it up there for the rest of the class to see.
Wikis are a great tool in which you can really elicit collaboration amongst your students or make it easier for people to gain information. I plan on doing a lot of different activities. One thing my students could do is we could make a self-moving PowerPoint, add that with a podcast, put them together, and have them embed it onto their wiki page. PowerPoint they could do would be a presentation on author from a time period, and then we can have a bunch of different authors from different time periods, and the students can watch each other's self-moving PowerPoints and really see how literature has developed throughout the ages. Another thing we could do is we could subscribe to RSS feeds and put them on our wikis so we can stay up to date with the different types of news that's out there for literature. We could have a page, we could make a new page for poetry. Our students could write poetry, put it on their page, and everyone could go and take a look and see what everybody's writing and get ideas off of each other, and it could really be a great tool for any classroom to use.